Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in great spirits. It's been a crazy couple days. I'm sure it's been a crazy couple days for you guys. And it just keeps on getting crazier, okay? But I hope you guys are all doing well because another day above the dirt is always a blessing. Let's not forget that as well, okay? Well, we got something new. We got something a little different to talk about today. I asked you guys opinion, asked if you guys wanted me to cover this thizang, and so we are going to cover it. We are going to talk about it. We are going to sprinkle a little Pascal love and a little bit of a Pascal attention to this whole thing. It's been pretty crazy, guys. Whole thing is absolutely nuts, this case. And we are here to talk about it. So let's get into this. Hit that like button down below, please and thank you. Hit that reaction button if you can. Okay? If you are watching on other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Rumble, please be sure to crush that follow button on those platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, okay, on this channel. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips, please and thank you. Crush that subscribe button over there as well. That'd be amazing. That would really mean the world to me, okay? And of course, we got a bunch of other things that are going on. So make sure you hit that join button down below, become a member, check out my Patreon, check out my locals. Of course, check out PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff over there as well. Okay, guys, but let us get into some things today because we got some things to talk about. All right? Okay, guys. This isn't going to be like a super long show because, this is still very, very new. Not very, very new, but it is somewhat new on this platform. We really haven't talked about this at all on this platform, on this channel. We've gone and talked about when the first lawsuit and the allegations came out on the secondary channel, but we really didn't talk about it here. And so I felt, obligated. I felt moved to bring this up and talk about it because things have just gotten wild as time has gone on. There's been a lot of other platforms that have been covering this in great detail, to be completely honest. But at the same time, I feel like there's a need to jump into this and get into the conversation as well, because I'm still wondering who is lying. Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? That's one thing. And then the other question is why? Like, okay, let's just talk about this for a second. If Jason Baldoni is lying and she is telling the truth, then absolutely go get your justice, girl. Go get that justice, right? But then if Blake Lively is lying, it makes you wonder why. Why is she going out of her way to create such a narrative and destroy this man's career? Think about that for a second. Like I said, in this particular show, I'm not standing on anybody's side. I'm straddling the fence because, like I said, I've been out of the conversation, as far as the news cycles. There's been a lot of things that have been popping off like crazy as of late with all of this. Okay. So I am still kind of brand new to this. I've known a peppering, of things that have been going on with this particular case, and I've been watching from the sidelines. But that's one main question I have is if she is lying. Like, I get it. If she's telling the truth, woo, you go get your justice, boo-boo, okay? Go get that justice. But there's another part of it that just is screaming at me like, why though? If she's lying, why would she go out of her way to create such a narrative just to destroy this particular man's career? Is there something else that we don't know about? If she's lying, this is just on the side of if she's lying, okay? Understand, this is all on if she is just straight up lying. Now, if she's telling the truth, I get it. Go get your stuff. But if she's lying, why would she lie? Why would she create this narrative? Why would she put this out here and destroy this man's career? Did something else happen that we don't know about? And I know this is just me asking the question. I'm not adding anything to it, okay? I'm not saying anything of that sort, okay? Not at all, okay? But these are questions that I feel are very, very important, very, very important information, okay? So, with that being said, we got to get into this because, like I said, there's a lot going on here, okay? And then, of course, we will get into more stuff. Now, first, we already knew about what she brought out, right? All the allegations, etc. Now, Justin Baldoni, over the past couple days, we're just taking a little bit of a trip down memory lane. We're going a little bit backwards, okay? Just for 2 seconds, because like I said, we haven't talked about all of it on this. We have not covered this fully on this channel. We've talked about it in passing, but we have not gone into it. We have not gone knee deep in this mug. So a few days ago, Justin Baldoni is filed a $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds. Now, there, of course, they're now saying he is now alleging, and of course, now we're starting to understand that the nice pool from the movie Deadpool Wolverine is allegedly an inside joke that we all just didn't catch. That apparently it's a dig, at least that's what they're alleging. This is what Justin Baldoni is alleging, that it's a parody of him. Now, let me tell you something. It was funny. I didn't know. If I knew there was a connection to this, obviously it'd be like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? But at the same time, Nice Pool was funny. It was actually pretty damn funny, right? But again, had I known that this had something to do with that, this might have been a different story, right? This might have been a different situation. But he's also alleging that that whole thing has to do with that as well, that the Nice Pool is a dig and an insult to Justin Baldoni. Crazy, to say the least. Okay, but let's take a look at a few pieces of this article, and then we're going to get, because we obviously have the video that we're going to be looking at and all that as well. And I know a lot of people have been looking at this, right? A lot of people have been checking out the video yesterday when it all dropped. Unfortunately, yesterday was really busy. Wish I would have been able to be here when it all dropped, but I was not available yesterday to do that. So we're watching it today. Okay, but unbelievable stuff. And of course, in his lawsuit, which we may look at a little bit later on, he puts out some serious allegations. Okay, so he is suing. Okay, he is suing his co-star Blake Lively, which we already know, and her husband Ryan Reynolds, along with publicist Leslie Sloan, for $400 million. The lawsuit, filed Thursday, a few days ago, in the Federal District Court of Southern District of Southern District of New York, alleges civil extortion, defamation, and a slew of contract-related claims about the film It Ends With Us. Man, ain't it crazy that this lawsuit is this big, right? That this lawsuit is just this big of a deal? It's insane, okay? It's absolutely insane. And Rachel just said, who's Justin? I never heard of him. He's the guy in the middle, in case you didn't know. He's also the co-star and the director of the movie It Ends With Us. He's the bad guy in It Ends With Us, long story short. check out the movie. I didn't see anything bad with it. It was fine in my personal opinion. But let's continue on. Okay, let us continue on here. So the lawsuit is the latest development in what has become a legal battle following the production and the release of the film. In December, Lively filed a complaint to the California Civil Rights Department, alleging that she has faced harassment and other unwanted behavior from both Baldoni and Wayfair CEO Jamie Heath, who also served as EP, the executive producer of It Ends With Us, on the set of the film. So, moving on the set of the film, she followed up with a lawsuit alleging that despite written agreements that the behavior would stop and she would not be retaliated against, Baldoni and the studio hired a crisis PR firm that launched a quote-unquote smear campaign against her image, planting content on social media and in the press designed to eviscerate Lively's credibility. Wayfair CEO Jamie Heath, It Ends With Us LLC, and publicists Melissa Nathan and Jennifer Abel were all named as defendants in the case and are plaintiffs in the suit filed Thursday. Baldoni, with his and Heath's publicists and a contractor, have denied any harassment or wrongdoing and instead paint the conflict as a creative struggle for control of the film between its two lead actors. That denial comes in a lawsuit they've filed against the New York Times, which reported on the allegations, Lively's allegations in December. In a statement to NPR, the New York Times stood by their story, calling it meticulously and responsibly reported. It was based on a review of thousands of pages of original documents, including the text messages and emails that were, quote, accurately and at length in the article. That's what it reads in the statement. They confirmed to NPR, the New York Times did confirm to NPR that they, quote unquote, plan to vigorously defend against the lawsuit. Okay. So this lawsuit, filed Thursday by Baldoni, Wayfair, and other publicists, reiterates the argument that the conflict with Lively emerged from a creative struggle, describing how what allegedly began as a positive working relationship between Lively and Baldoni took a turn throughout the production process of It Ends With Us. The complaint alleges that little by little, Lively leveraged her star power to push for creative input beyond what is usually granted to an actor, including by taking over wardrobe decisions, rewriting scenes, creating her own cut of the film, and eventually demanding that Baldoni be excluded from promotional materials and events. Now, let me just say this really quick, okay? First and foremost, I'm going to say it because I am very, very curious about this. I would love to see Blake Lively's cut of this video, of this movie. Wouldn't you? Because here's the thing. The argument that's been bouncing around about this whole thing is that Blake Lively wanted to make this kind of like a rom-com type of movie, whereas Justin Baldoni really wanted to stay strict to not only just the script, but the actual book. Okay? The actual book. In the book, I didn't read the book. I don't know what the feel of the book is. But from what I understand, DV, you know what I'm saying? A, we're using all these acronyms and all these code words, okay? All of those things do not revolve around a rom-com type of movie. And it's almost as if she was trying everything she could to have some say in this movie. Now, one thing is for sure. She is married to Ryan Reynolds. Let me just say that really quick. She is married to Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is obviously making she's making a very, very Ryan Reynolds is making his name out there. He's been making his name out there, but he's been making his name out there even more with Deadpool. And I'm sure he has some creative licenses, some creative freedom when it comes to creating and doing what he does in that movie or in his series of movies. Let's be real. If you haven't seen Deadpool Wolverine, you're missing out. It's a great movie. It's hilarious. It's action-packed. It's fun. It's everything that you want from a Deadpool movie. It's great. It is really, really great. I'm going to be real. I watched it many times. I thought it was fantastic. Okay. And I feel like after 2 different times, they got it right this time, in my personal opinion. Okay. But let's be real. Maybe, I don't know. You never know. Maybe these movies, the production of these movies were overlapping. Maybe she felt some type of way that she wanted to have some creative freedom. Maybe she felt like she wanted something just like Ryan Reynolds, instead of just being an actor reciting words, from a page, etc. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know Blake Lively. I don't know where she, what she's on and all that stuff. But at the same time, there clearly was some serious creative differences throughout the creation of this movie. In fact, you kind of see it in the video, which we'll see here in just a little bit. But you can kind of see that it's even like she's trying to direct the doggone movie too, but it's a little sprinkles of that here and there. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to dissect the hell out of the video itself because it is very interesting. Okay. But you got to remember, she was also claiming that he was like showing her photos of stuff on his phone that no one should be showing people that kind of content, in a workplace, especially in a workplace. There was just certain things that were being said and being shown that obviously seem a bit out of place. Okay. If those allegations are in fact true, but she did make claims that he was like putting him, trying to push up on her and all that stuff as well. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still sitting on the fence about this because, I'm still waiting to see more evidence. I'm still waiting to see what is going on, but I see that these two are starting to kind of play dirty. That's basically what's happening right now as well. Okay. But again, and Carrie B, don't worry. I am going to be going through both of them at some point with y'all. I just know both of them are long. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with him reacting with a lawsuit, like coming out with a lawsuit, if these allegations are false. Again, if these allegations are false. Now, hold on. Let me get this super chat. Carmen, thank you so much. Justin strikes me as intellectually and emotionally intelligent. Watch his TED Talk, Man Enough. It'll confuse you even further about how he's being portrayed. Smash that like. Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. I don't need to see his TED Talk to see how he has been when it comes. And I appreciate the suggestion, and yeah, I'll take a look at it when I get some time. But what I'm trying to say is he doesn't come off as that type of person. That's the thing. That's the vibe I'm getting. The vibe I got is this is not that kind of guy who's going to come up and go, here's a photo of my naked girlfriend. You know what I mean? Here's a girl I just smashed last night. Isn't she hot? You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't seem like that kind of guy. Personally, it doesn't come off like that. But then again, I don't know the guy. I don't know how he operates. I really don't. But then again, you never know. He could have been in character. I don't know. It just seems a bit odd to me. But let's continue on with this, okay? Let's take a look at this more. Because again, it just seems it's just interesting, okay? The lawsuit vehemently denies that Baldoni and the CEO, Heath, or anyone else on set engaged in SH or any other inappropriate behavior towards Lively or her team. Sorry, hold on, guys. Hold on one second. Come on. Sorry, a little technical issue here. Hold on. Okay, so moving on. We're back up. Okay, cool. Let's continue. So he's saying he's sitting there going, nah, we had nothing to do with that ish. The hell, right? Whatever she's saying is a full bold-faced lie. Instead, it alleges that Lively and Reynolds led a string of extortionate threats to tarnish Baldoni's image. Now, what's interesting, this is just crazy. Man, I got to hit this again. Because I got to be real. Ryan Reynolds seems like the nicest guy in the world. But again, that's on camera. As soon as the camera's not rolling, he could be the biggest. You know what I'm saying? I got 4-letter words I can use, but I'm not going to use those 4-letter words. You see what I'm saying? They come off like he's the nicest people. You know? Hi, I'm Canadian. Isn't that wonderful? Watch me on Deadpool. You see what I'm saying? I'm the nicest guy. Yeah, I still live in LA and have my front door unlocked like a full-blown, unadulterated Canadian. Right? That's what he's like. And a few zesty jokes. You know him. Come on. Okay. So, with that being said, or, try out Mint Mobile, whatever his new cell phone service is. You get what I'm saying. Okay? You get exactly what I'm saying. All right? He seems like the nicest guy in the world. Probably breaks out in the song, oh, what a beautiful morning. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like that guy. Everything's great. But now we're hearing something really different. Now we're hearing something completely different. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. It's just weird, it's like hearing about, well, no, you know what I'm saying? There's just certain people that you see and you're like, yeah, he's probably like the nicest dude in the world, He's probably so nice. And then you realize, oh my God, he's an actual monster. Like Diddy's not the perfect example because we've been known he had a little darkness in him. You know what I mean? But there's other people where you're just like, damn. Like Pee Wee Herman getting caught choking the chicken. It's kind of, it's like, it's off-putting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa. Whoa. You know what I mean? And then, it makes you wonder when he got caught. Was he going, ah? You know what I mean? No one thought that? When he got caught in the theater? Pee Wee Herman? No one? Okay. You didn't think that maybe he screamed just like that? I'm just saying. I'm just RIP. But I'm just saying. Okay? So it's just very interesting that they would sit there even Ryan Reynolds going, okay, just so you know. It just seems so weird to me. Extortionate threats to tarnish his image. It's crazy. What does he say? It's so crazy. And then Ryan Reynolds is such, in such a, I feel like what does he put on his gangster voice suddenly out of nowhere? It's like, hey, yo, man. Hey, yo. Hey, bruh. Hey, yo, Baldoni. You know what I'm saying? It just seems so weird to me. But anyway, let's move on. All right. So this lawsuit is a legal action based on an overwhelming amount of untampered evidence detailing Blake Lively and her team's uh, duplicitous attempt to destroy Baldoni, his team, and their respective companies by disseminating grossly edited, unsubstantiated, new and doctored information to the media. Okay, and this is what they said. This is what Wayfair's attorney said in a statement. Okay, it is clear based on our own all-out willingness to provide all complete text messages, emails, video footage, and other documentary evidence that was shared between the parties in real time, that this is a battle she will not win and will certainly regret. I gotta hit the button again. In addition to Lively and Reynolds, the complaint names Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan, and the public relations firm Vision PR, which represents both Reynolds and Lively as co-defendants. When NPR requested comment on the allegations presented in Wayfair's lawsuit, Vision PR shared a statement on behalf of Lively's legal team that reiterated her initial allegations and added that Lively was not alone. The evidence will show that the cast and others had their own negative experiences with Mr. Baldoni and Wayfair, they wrote. That's very interesting as well. The latest lawsuit from Justin Baldoni, Wayfair Studios, and its associates is another chapter in the Ayers playbook. This is an age-old story. A woman speaks up with concrete evidence of SH and retaliation, and the Ayer attempts to turn the tables on the victim. This is what experts call DARVO. DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim offender. They wrote, Wayfair has opted to use the resources of its billionaire co-founder to issue media statements, launch meritless lawsuits, and threaten litigation to overwhelm the public's ability to understand that what they are doing is retaliation against SH allegations. Yikes. So, here's the thing. A significant section of the lawsuit filed Thursday focuses on a document Lively included in her own complaint. A list of 30 demands for the set after the cast and crew returned following the 2023 strikes in Hollywood. These were included: no more personal, physical touching, or sexual comments by Mr. Baldoni or Mr. Heath to be tolerated by Blake Lively and or any of her employees, as well as any female cast or crew without their expressed consent. Now, I keep wondering, what was it that he said? What was it that he could have possibly have said to Blake Lively that would make Blake Lively feel like, yo, this cannot be tolerated on the set? I'm sorry. Hail to the no. You better stop coming to me with this type of stuff and talking to me in this way. I'm kind of curious about that as well. No more improvising of kissing. That's a little bit weird too. If it's not in the script, why are you kissing that person? If it's not in the script, why are you kissing that person? Let me repeat that again. If it's not in the script, why are you kissing that person if that allegation is true? Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this, though. This is the perfect situation. And this is the reason why now we're seeing dailies, footage from the set that we're going to see here in just a little bit. Think about this. This is perfect. If there is improvised kissing that just happened during the set, during the making of this movie, and she's like, that's not in the script, and we're able to look at the final draft of the script, the actual shooting script, then we can actually look at this, all the dailies, all the videos, all the takes, okay, in making this movie, and go, okay, she's telling the truth. He did. put his hands on her where he shouldn't have been putting his hands on her. He did go over there and kiss her when he shouldn't have been kissing her at all. See what I'm saying? There's certain pieces that it's all scripted. It's choreographed. I don't think you guys realize how choreographed even these love making scenes are. They're very choreographed. It's not like there's just like, go ahead, guys, have at it. Dry hump each other to your heart's content. We'll cover all the footage. We'll get enough coverage. No, everything is properly choreographed, guys. Properly choreographed. Let's go on to the next piece. It says right here, and this is also important too, and I'm still looking for somebody. I want to get somebody on the show to talk about this specifically. An intimacy coordinator must be on set for all scenes involving anybody in their birthday suits or enacting certain types of hibbity-dibbity. Okay? Now, an intimacy coordinator is someone who's actually making sure that these scenes are done in the best way possible, in the most cordial, most kosher way possible. I don't think you guys realize, because I've been on sets where they have done love scenes. No, I haven't. I wasn't on like some weird like scene for P-Hub. I mean, I've been in watching the choreographing, the setup, and the actual shooting of an actual love scene. And the thing is it's not as exciting as you guys might think it is. It is extremely boring. It's extremely boring. You think, oh, we about to see some good-looking people dry hump each other like crazy, baby. But it's not like that at all. It's not. It's extremely choreographed. It's meticulous. It's almost like watching somebody do complicated algebra. It's boring. It's very boring. Also, it's not attractive. You think that you're going to be like, ooh, voyeur, ooh, about to be a fly in the wall, je ne sais quoi. No, not that at all. It's not like that at all. You're literally in the room. There's a bunch of other sweaty men that are standing around you, men and women, okay, that have all been working 14-hour days. Some of them haven't showered in a couple days. Some of them reek of nicotine and whiskey. And they sitting there like this. There's a guy, he's pulling focus on the camera. You got another dude like this. It's very awkward. It's not attractive. It's not at all what you think. So what you see on camera, what you see on the film, what you see on screen is completely different, y'all. It's not at all what you think. Then also on top of that, let's not forget this. While that person is doing this scene, right? They're doing this whole choreographed scene, choreographed to the last groan, pant, all that stuff. You got a guy, the director, female or male, on a microphone, not only just saying action and cut, you're grinding, okay, let's get some movements, a little bit more. He's on a microphone, or you're hearing him or them talking over you as you are going through these movements and moments in a bedroom filled with a bunch of dudes sweating on top of you at the same time. Some of them got halitosis, like they haven't even brushed their teeth in weeks. They still got that little piece of meat from their wife's pot roast in the back of their gums, okay? So, those type of scenes, that ain't gangster. It's not sexy at all. Emily, it's not sexy at all, okay? It's not. But then you see it on camera, you see it on screen, and it's edited properly. Everyone looks good, makeup everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how it is. They don't really look like that in real life. It's body makeup. But and then they cut it together, and then they do some ADR, okay, which is some voiceover for the panting and the noises and stuff, because 90% of movies have voiceover, okay, of some sort. I'm sorry, chef, you at work? I'm sorry. I'm just breaking down what these love scenes look like. And what I'm trying to explain to you is it's not sexy. No, it's not like these guys are like, oh my God, there's so much chemistry on camera. Look at them. Goo, 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 goo. No, there's not. It's choreographed like hell. It just shows that these guys are very good actors. That's it. That's it. Because they can cut out the rest of the world and focus on those few moments for that scene, right? While a bunch of dudes, huge honking cameras, one guy is helping hold the camera in a way. It's insane. Like I said, it's very, very insane. Okay? Very, very insane. Very meticulous and boring as hell. Just so you know. So, an intimacy coordinator, is very important because it keeps everything kosher, clean, neat, so that there isn't any weird things that happen that go beyond or go into the gray. It's this intimacy coordinator. This intimacy coordinator is the person that keeps everything black and white, does not let things bleed into the gray. So you see scenes. Let me just use this for example. Okay. I'm just being real. This is real though. You see these love scenes, right, that are put into these movies. Some of them are pretty graphic, or they look like they're pretty graphic, but every single thing is choreographed. So it's like, okay, you're going to put you're going to put your hand on her breast. You see what I'm saying? As you go do da. Everything is choreographed. It's not like they just go and just do this all improv. It's not that. Choreographed, guys. So like I said, even those pieces where it's like, okay, you can kiss her in this area, but you can't kiss her in this area. She's okay with that. That's in the contract. That's what's being said here, blah, blah, blah. Real talk. This is what it is. This is what that intimacy coordinator is there for, to make sure everything stays on book and that there isn't anything lost in the gray. Because God knows how many other movies that have been done that look like very passionate lovemaking scenes that could be misinterpreted, or where these people can go, I was SA'd by this man because of X, Y, and Z. Or I was SA'd by this woman and I didn't ask her to put her hands in those areas. And it still happened. And now it's in this movie forever. I'm suing her or I'm suing him. So like I said, those things like an intimacy coordinator are extremely important. And also contractual agreements. Yes, he can kiss me on the mouth, no tongue. He can kiss me on the neck. That's fine. Anything from the neck up is fine. So on and so forth. Yes, fine. We could do tongue at the very end of the movie. But in the beginning, in the middle, hell no. I'm saying this is all in contracts. To avoid these kinds of lawsuits, guys, and these kinds of allegations. It's insane. But let's continue on. So they argue that his team, okay, Baldoni and his co-plaintiffs argued that the production team never received or agreed to this list. Wow. That's not good. Instead, they allege they signed on a 17-point list of demands that, according to the lawsuit, was not open for negotiation, even though the studio disagreed with the implication that inappropriate behavior had occurred on set and attempted to make edits. They argue in the lawsuit, for example, that an intimacy coordinator was already required on set. Wayfair would have to sign the document as is, despite the falsity of its insinuations. The alternative was to lose millions of dollars, cost hundreds of people their jobs after they had been out of work for months, and destroy their relationship with Sony. The lawsuit claims that the list of demands marked marked the beginning of a quote unquote carefully constructed paper trail to destroy Wayfarer Heath Baldoni and the film. Now, according to the lawsuit, Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds, was not contracted or hired to work on the film, but became central to the production conflicts. In an interview with E!, Lively shared that Reynolds, I do remember this video, Reynolds rewrote a pivotal scene of the film, which, according to Wayfarer's lawsuit filed Thursday, was news to other producers, as Reynolds did not have Wayfarer's authorization. The lawsuit also describes a quote unquote traumatic incident in which Reynolds allegedly berated Baldoni in front of Lively, Heath, and others involved in the film, and alleges that Reynolds called Baldoni a S-predator and pressured talent agency William Morris Endeavor, WME, to drop Baldoni as a client. NPR has reached out to WME for a comment and has not received a response. Though Vision PR provided NPR with a statement on behalf of Lively's legal team, it does not provide any further information about these allegations about Reynolds. Now, again, like I said, this is a little bit of a trip down memory lane. I know. I know that I know that these allegations, and of course, it's a lot of he said, she said. But one thing I want to say, though, Reynolds allegedly berated Baldoni. And not only did he berate Baldoni in front of Lively, but he also allegedly did this in front of other witnesses as well that are also part of the lawsuit against Lively and Reynolds, like Heath and possibly other members that were involved in the film. Remember that these co-plaintiffs are also sitting there saying, we were witness to that. We were witness to Baldoni being threatened by Ryan Reynolds. Ain't that something? Right? Ain't that something? So, the smear campaign that followed. After the film's completion, Wayfarer alleges that the studio and Baldoni hired a crisis PR firm not to launch a crisis PR firm not to launch a smear campaign against Lively, as she claimed in her own lawsuit, but, quote unquote, to be ready in case Reynolds and Lively unleashed their wrath on them. Have mercy. This, like I said, it's like, oh my God, it's Ryan Reynolds. Like, I could kind of see it with Blake Lively. I've seen some footage. I seen it. I seen the footage. But Ryan Reynolds? Well, I mean, you are what you eat. You are the company that you keep, right? So it does make you wonder, does he suddenly just become, mean because he's married to the Lively? Something to think about. It's very interesting, though. Moving on. Lively previously alleged that a marketing plan created by the film's distributor, Sony, encouraged the cast to focus on the upbeat themes of the movie, and that Baldoni and his team privately pivoted from that strategy to focus on narratives of as a way to deflect against brewing speculation about a rift in the cast. But that's interesting. Why? If they're doing that, wouldn't that show? Wouldn't that show for sure that there is a rift in the cast? If you got somebody out here saying one thing, right? The movie's a rom-com. And then somebody else is like, it's about DV. And we need to stand up for our survivors and the people who are literally surviving right now. That's what that movie's about. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But you see what I'm saying? You sees what I'm saying, though. Wouldn't that show? Oh yeah, there's definitely a stark contrast between these two. There's a rift. He's going out here saying one thing, she's going out there and saying something completely different. In their lawsuit Thursday, Wayfair alleges that Baldoni never agreed with that marketing plan and that he and Heath continually pushed to recenter the topic of DV. And PR has reached out to Sony for comment and has not received a response. Wayfair's lawsuit contends that the SH and smear campaign claims are an attack from not only Lively and Reynolds, but also from the studio's own former publicist, Stephanie Jones of Jones Works LLC, who is not listed as a co-defendant. The lawsuit argues that Jones was in an embattled working relationship with Wayfair and Baldoni by the time It Ends With Us was released, and that due to a personal and professional conflict with her then employee, Jennifer Abel, she turned over private communications between Abel, Melissa Nathan, and Wayfair to Lively's team as a quote-unquote as revenge. Jones has filed her own lawsuit in a New York State court against Abel, Nathan, Baldoni, Wayfair, and several unnamed individuals. Okay. So crazy stuff that they're like, hey, we were setting all this stuff up because we were trying to get ready for what Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were about to file against me or get against us. We were getting ready for some crazy stuff. That's the only reason why we got things put together right when when the movie was about to get released, because we had a feeling that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were about to retaliate and try to take us out. Not only just take Baldoni out, but everybody else in their wake and anybody else that was against Reynolds and Lively. You know, to me, I keep wondering, and I'm going to keep asking this question over and over and over again. If this is true, Baldoni's got a lot of explaining to do. But if this is fake and this is all lies, it still makes you wonder, why would Lively lie? Here's one thing, too. A part of me goes, maybe Reynolds doesn't know Okay, let's just talk about this possibility for just 2 seconds, okay? Before we get into the meat and potatoes here. Let's talk about this. You never know. Ryan Reynolds could very well be 110% innocent here. Hold on. Hear me out. Before you get all upset, think about this for a second. If Blake Lively's lying, let's just entertain that thought for 1 second. If Blake Lively is lying and she's found to be lying, Ryan Reynolds is her husband. This is not somebody who is, I'm sure, is not on set 24/7 with his wife. Hold on. Before you get mad, I think, and before you go, they're all liars. Hold on, because I know there's some team Justin Baldonis out here. But hear me out. What are the chances of her going up there and she's lying to his face too? What are the chances of her actually lying to his doggone face? And Ryan Reynolds goes, oh, that's not cool. You're my wife. Oh, no. If that's the case, I'm siding with you. And we're going to fight this until this movie is done. Because we already signed on to this. This is a project that you care about. You want to get this out there. So on and so on. What are the chances of Ryan Reynolds trying to do everything he can to be just a good husband? Think about that for a second. He's not on set every day. He's not directing this movie. But he knows that, hey, this, from what my wife is telling me, homeboy all up, trying to get all up in her guts. Think about that. So here's the story, and he's not cool with it. So he's going to do everything he can to protect, not only just protect his wife, but also protect the project. So then, of course, when Baldoni walks into a room with other members of the movie and Ryan Reynolds gets all up in his face, basically saying, you know, if you don't do right by us, we're going to make your life a living hell. He's getting information solely from Blake Lively. He's totally all over me. He is saying so many inappropriate things. We're not seeing eye to eye, so on and so on, right? So maybe he's doing it to protect his own wife. And that's solely what it is. Now, if that's the case and he's being lied to, then I don't blame Ryan Reynolds for stepping up and trying to play full court press and trying to protect his own, protect his wife, etc. That could be it too. That is if she is lying. Again, that's if she is lying. And it could very well be a thing where she's like, well, I wanted a woman to direct this movie, not this man. And she didn't like that. Maybe she wanted to direct the movie herself. I have no earthly clue. But at the same time, she, it seems, had her sights set out on trying to have full control over this movie. And instead of this movie being like a collaborative experience and a collaborative effort, it ended up not being that at all. So again, that is only if she lied and she's not telling the truth. And that is a very, very big deal. And I feel like that is a very big if as well. And only time will tell. But let's continue on here. So again, who's lying? Okay. Is it Blake Lively or is it Justin Baldoni? And I'll probably put in a poll here in a second, because I'd like to hear your thoughts on this too, everybody. But I am kind of curious about that too. But now you've heard like a very, very broad stroke of the lawsuits, etc., that have been out here. Both of them, not only just Blake Lively's, but also Justin Baldoni's. Instantly I keep wondering: does this have to do with maybe jealousy of some sort? That jealousy could be everything from work related jealousy, or it could be a romantic jealousy as well. There's a lot of factors in here that are not being played out, or that have not been played out yet, that I am kind of curious about. It could very well be something massive, or it could be something so minute that that slowly grew into something incredibly destructive and led us to where we are right now. And that's one thing I don't think that they have fully addressed yet. They haven't addressed the full elephant in the room, I think. I think something else went down and they have not fully said what that thing is. And that's what's so frustrating about this and sad, because it could be a small misunderstanding. It could have been a small touch or something that just ended up spreading into something much worse than it is, much worse than it needed it to be. That's what I think. Because Ryan Reynolds stepping into this, it's a new one for me. It's a new one for me. But then again, as we start to learn more and more about our celebrities that we all know and appreciate and respect, a lot of them we don't, let's be real, we don't know them. So when the cameras aren't running, they could be as charismatic and wonderful on camera, and they could be absolute a-holes off camera. And I think that we have to remember that too and keep that in consideration as well. Okay. But let's continue on here because we're going to be venturing into this video because his team, Baldoni's team, is not playing no more. They ain't playing no more, y'all. They are not playing anymore. They're like, F this. We're about to show you everything. In fact, they even said that they're going to be putting up a website showing all the text messages. They're about to expose everything. Justin Baldoni and Justin Baldoni's team is willing to risk it all. They're saying, F this. You're going to try to come at me? You're going to try to come at me? Okay. We're going to expose it all and let the court of public opinion come to their own verdict. Some wild stuff. Okay. But real quick, though, all right, Melanie, thank you so much for both super chats. I appreciate it. With Blake Lively's false accusation scandal, I'm tired of hearing false SA claims hurt real female victims. They act like hypothetical women are more of a victim than the falsely accused man. Yeah, I mean, let's not forget. I know people have been saying this a lot in the chat, but Johnny Depp is a perfect example of a situation, okay? AH is a perfect example of this whole kind of situation. Like we're going through this whole thing all over again. And again, it's a thing of why aren't we sitting on the fence and getting the facts first before we automatically say, oh, because he's a man, that must mean what she said is absolutely true, and vice versa. That's the sad part of it all. Now we're in a world where we have to sit back, get all the facts, and come to our own conclusion or come to our own verdict. That is frustrating. Because people will go out their way and say things to try to destroy a man or a woman's career just by saying, oh, he SH'd me. And it's like, that never happened. But now you're just doing that because you know for a fact that as soon as you say it, you're going to be believed. That's sad. We live in a wild, messed up, crazy world where we have to do that. We have to sit back and look at the evidence first before we can automatically go, oh, Justin Baldoni's a monster. Or before we even say instantly, I believe Blake Lively 100%. Ain't that a sad world? Instead of it being, she's telling the truth, absolutely. And we live in that world. As soon as somebody's coming out with those allegations, with those accusations, it's believed. We don't live in that world anymore now. There's too many people out here that will make things up and lie. For what reason? Financial or for their own reputation? It's sad. Or to destroy somebody's reputation? It's sad. Melanie, again, this would be like saying 80% of people who unalive themselves as males. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do better to bring down these 20% female victims, or bring down all these 20% female victims? This must change, which unironically has been said. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we do live in a time where, like I just said a second ago, basically it's just reiterating what you said. We live in a very, very sad. This is sad. Like I said, it's a very, very sad situation where now if somebody steps forward and says, hey, I'm a victim, everyone's like, really? Do you have evidence? Who's the culprit? Oh, he did it? For real though? It's sad. But unfortunately, these are the breaks, right? These are just the breaks. But let's continue on. And, like I said, even with this, we still have to look at this and go, is she telling the truth? Is she lying? Questions upon questions upon questions. But It was one of the biggest bombshells in a lawsuit packed full of them that Justin Baldoni SH'd Blake Lively while filming a dance scene by dragging his lips down her neck and telling her it smells so good. We're going to take a look at this video. In her civil rights complaint filed last month, Blake Lively insisted nobody overheard the comment because the romantic montage was silent and that the microphones were switched off, which they were not, though. All the equipment was on, and the video is now out here for everyone to see. The tapes show how friendly the two stars were before it all went wrong. Okay, we'll be the judge of that. They laugh and they joke around, even joshing. They even said that, even jolshing about the size of Baldoni's nose, and talk about how they spend their time with their spouses. They include a complete record of the conversation in question at around the 7-minute mark that makes clear the comment about her smelling so good was in response to Lively talking about her spray tan as they film a romantic scene. This is important. This is the reason why I'm reading this. This part is very important. Baldoni tells Lively he's probably getting his beard on her, and she responds by saying she's probably getting spray tan on him. Then he quips back, "It smells so good," before they both laugh, and she tells him the scent actually comes from her body makeup. And while the montage, does indeed show Baldoni nuzzling in her neck as part of the scene in which they play lovers, the conversation between them is all business, with the pair spending most of it talking about lighting and their other halves. The clip, which is raw footage shot from the movie It Ends With Us, comes complete with audio and was passed to Daily Mail. And I know a lot of other people have seen this and reacted to this as well. Okay. So they basically have said that his lawyers basically like, we're exposing this to show you that we have nothing to hide. Okay. This footage is the latest revelation in a lengthy saga that began with rumors of rancor behind the scenes of It Ends With Us when it was released last August. It then exploded into a legal fight just before Christmas when the glamorous blonde sued Baldoni for SH. At the same time, the New York Times released a story based on Lively's legal filing that accused him of orchestrating a negative publicity campaign against her and put the smell claim front and center. In turn, Baldoni sued the Times for defamation and last week launched a $400 million lawsuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, that accused her of using her celebrity power to hijack his film and attempt to torpedo his career. And these are some stills that we're going to be looking at the full video here in a second. In a new clip, which Lively has previously insisted has no audio, begins with the pair discussing the scene with the actress telling Baldoni, "I'm off my mark." Ironically, at one point, the pair are heard debating whether it's better to talk or kiss during the montage, with Lively arguing that chatting is more romantic, which Baldoni acquiesces to, and then when she wonders whether anyone will discover what they're talking about, he quips saying they're never going to find out. Conversation then turns to their other halves, with Lively saying she and Reynolds talk all the time. It seems like they would too. You know what I mean? Reynolds seems like a talker. All right. While Baldoni says he and his wife would stare at each other for 10, literally like we have done it for 5 minutes. Interesting. Lively bursts into laughter as he tells her, I think you would find it terrifying. When Lively continues to tell him about how she can't stop talking to Reynolds, Baldoni compliments, "Oh, I think that's cute. You guys are really cute." Awkwardly, she replies, I think it's more than cute, which he hastily agrees with, adding, I think you guys are amazing. Baldoni, who directed as well as acted in the movie, then says he wants them to be filmed almost kissing, at which Lively then continues to talk, insisting it's more romantic to chat and not give the audience the smooch she says they want. She continues to talk before saying heads together, prompting both to lean their foreheads together against each other. At that point, she begins talking about noses. She says, I feel so nosy. It's just noses. Baldoni then tells her, my nose is so big, which she bursts into laughter, exclaiming, yes, I was hoping we could address this. Just shut down. Just got to shut down. Got to call an insurance month and just deal with that. Just kidding. The clip then continues into a second take with Baldoni heard giving instructions to the crew and discussing the scene with Lively. Then, this is just over 7 minutes in, comes the critical conversation that appears to be the source of Lively's allegations or accusation, which begins when Baldoni asks if I'm getting beard on you. She laughs and says, I'm probably getting spray tan on you, to which he replies, it smells so good, and they both laugh. Lively then tells him, well, it's not that. It's my body makeup. As the extras erupt in cheers, Baldoni shouts cut and tells her they have enough for a 17-minute reel because it's going to be done in slow-mo. You know, if you cut that stuff in half, my God. Okay. Or if you cut it even, if you cut it even slower than that, yeah, you got hours of footage. So the final take, which focuses on their feet, includes audio of Baldoni telling Lively that I'm going to let you direct this, with the actress then insisting her heels aren't cropped out because of the sparkle. Okay. So in this exclusive new clip, or in this explosive new clip, comes less than 4 days since his lawsuit that was filed. And then, of course, 2 weeks after what she filed accusing him of SH and all that stuff. Okay. So again, we're going to be looking at this video. And what's interesting is there was a lot of, let's just say there was a lot of pushback because a lot of these, even the smallest things, because I saw the movie. I definitely saw the movie because I wanted to know what the commotion was all about, what the hoopla, as some people say, was all about. Why was everybody losing their doggone mind over this? Why was there such backlash and such back and forth arguments? I remember seeing TikTok after TikTok after TikTok when this movie first came out, where people were out here tripping about Blake Lively, or they were tripping about Justin. It was either Team Blake or Team Justin. It was pretty insane, right? And this is before the lawsuits and the allegations ever came out. This is when the movie just came out, y'all. And there was a lot of speculation on why this whole thing even began. People were sitting there thinking that maybe there was some romance on set, but then things went sour and all that, okay? I don't know about all that. But I do know that if it's a movie about a woman starting her own flower shop, you ain't wearing Louboutins as a brand new small business owner. I'm just saying, you're not wearing Gucci, running around with Hermes bags and stuff. You're just not. Very weird. I get it's a movie, but at the same time, in the movie, she's a small business owner that opens her own flower shop. That woman ain't running around wearing Versace. I'm sorry. She ain't. But, okay. You ain't wearing that stuff. You going to TJ Maxx, all right? You going to Marshalls. You going to, how about this? you might feel a little like some days you might feel a little froggy, and you might even go to Nordstrom Rack. But you damn for sure ain't going down to the fashion district, all right, to the Highline, best stuff out there. No, you are getting the dupes. Let me just... Y'all rocking the dupes, baby. Do you know what a dupe is? Let me peep you on game real quick. A dupe. Dupes are actually fire. Okay, they're surprisingly good. Okay, so let me explain something to you. So a dupe, you can go to specific websites and say, like, I really like timepieces. I like watches. I really do. Okay, so for example, DH Gate. Yep, come on, Kim. Even the Canadas know it. Okay, all right. So let me peep you on some game real quick. All right. Now, here's the thing. Before we get into this, all right? Here it is. You can get Versace. You can get Gucci. It's not real Gucci. It's not real Versace, but it's a dupe. It's a duplicate. You can even get Rolexes. I don't have no. If I get a Rolex, it's a real Rolex. Trust and believe, okay? I'm not getting no dupe of that. But still, plenty of people do it. You can see some people out here who look like they just dripping in money, but they're actually not. They went to a dupe and they got that stuff fake. It's a knockoff. Yes, S-dubs, it's a knockoff. Okay? It's a bold-face knock-off. Just so you know. Yeah, Fashion Wisdom by Pascal. Go exploit that dupe. Trust me, I've seen some Hermes bags that I'm like, damn. And listen, let me be real. I don't know nothing about purses, but damn, does it look real? Damn, does it look identical to the stuff that you see? So just being real. Sometimes you can get that dupe and no one knows, baby. All right? I'm just letting you know, ladies, if you're trying to get that Louboutin, them red bottoms, okay? These is bloody shoes. Those things, go get you a dupe. You don't need to get the real thing. Just letting you know. Okay? And let's be real. Save your wallet. Save your man's wallet. Save your woman's wallet. All right? And just go get that dupe. No one will know. They don't have to know. Okay? So with her in this movie, she must have been wearing dupes, because there's no way on God's green earth she walking around with Louboutins and Versace. There's no way she's wearing designer stuff, and she's opening up her own doggone flower shop, and it's just one. It's not like she has a franchise of flower shops. It's just one. But then she's acting like she's not rich, that she's poor, but she got, like I said, like she's wearing, like she rocking with the best. You feel me? So I'm just telling you right now, that was weird. And for me, if I was the director, I'd be like, why do you have to look? No, I'm supposed to be way off, more well off than you. That's the situation. That I'm successful. You're still like you're finding success, but you're not as successful as me. I'm a neurosurgeon, for crying out loud. I'm incredibly intelligent, and I got my ish together. You are still getting your stuff together. That's the dynamic here, and that's what we add to the struggles of the story. Not you with the best stuff ever, way before you even met the husband. It just doesn't make sense. Like I said, it just doesn't. So I could see where there could be some pushback on certain things. Like, you can't look super glamorous the entire time, Blake. You can't. You got to be on the struggle bus too. Not everything can be tailor-made in this movie. You own one flower shop that you just started opening. Come on. Because here's the other thing too. There's this other guy. You know, the other guy in the movie. I'm not trying to ruin the movie for you guys. Hopefully, I'm not ruining it too much. Okay. But there's the other guy in the movie. And even he is waiting tables at his own restaurant. Think about it for a second. It's all about it's all things that pertain to the characters and making it more down to earth and making it more real for the audience. But if the audience is watching this and going, "Wait a second, she ain't what? She don't come from money. She don't. How is she rocking all this stuff? And she's just meeting the dude. She ain't married to him yet. That don't make no sense. But she got to look glamorous, dripping in everything nice and designer. But even the other guy in the movie, who also is a business owner, owns a restaurant, and he's waiting tables, guys. He's waiting tables at his own restaurant. He's not running around looking like he's, dripping in designer clothing as well. Like I said, it just doesn't make sense. So there's things in here that just are weird and completely disconnected. And maybe she's been busy enjoying having the silver spoon in her mouth for so long, from the TV shows that she was in all the way up to here, that she doesn't even know what it feels like to not have that kind of money anymore. That's just me, though. But like I said, let's get into this. Let's take a look at this video. I'm gonna have to. One thing is for sure, I'm gonna have to go in and out of this, just so you know, for fair use. The other thing is there's music. You got some John Legend going on in the song in the background. So just get ready for me muting and cutting a lot throughout this whole thing. Just ride with me and hit that like button down below if you haven't done it yet. Okay, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. All right, and let's get into this. Okay, is she a nepo baby? Wait a second, she's a nepo baby? From where? Who, what, when, where, and why? Who's her? Who her daddy and her baby, her mama? I thought she was just, tall and blonde. They said, "We like you. Can you read?" The Cat in the Hat. You're hired. And then they just gave her the job. I didn't know that. She's a nepo baby? Damn. Well, you learn something new every day. Shiver me timbers. Let's go. So it says here, Blake Lively's complaint alleges that during the scene, shoot, I can't do it like that. Hold on, guys. If I pause it a bunch, then it'll be that problem. Damn. So it says, Miss Lively's complaint alleges that during a scene, Mr. Baldoni and Miss Lively were filming for a slow dance montage. Mr. Baldoni was behaving inappropriately. That's what she claims in this scene. This is why this is so fire, that all this stuff, all these allegations happened while on set. And if she actually has all the footage, if she actually has possession of all the footage, then this is going to be very interesting, because she can actually use this to throw back. She can manipulate these videos in a way too. Let's not forget, all these dailies can be seen in two different ways. I'll explain here in a second. But moving on, it says, following videos captured on May 23rd, 2023, clearly refute Miss Lively's characterization of his behavior. The scene in question was designed to show the two characters falling in love and longing to be close to one another. Both actors are clearly behaving well within the scope of the scene and with mutual respect and professionalism. These are all 3 takes filmed of the sequence. That's incredibly important, because when you see this ish, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Some things can be seen in a certain way, guys. It can. It definitely can. But let's continue. Slow dance in the bar, patrons around him drinking, watching sports, completely.
Too close to the subject.
Victor 40, take
It's never meant to be comedy.
And I felt it there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, that's all they're supposed to do.
Ready, everyone?
It's to communicate.
Okay.
Talking you at the bar, something's on the screen.
And can we?
Something's
and
on
then
the
can
screen.
Can you give us a couple cues of like they score?
You know what? I'm going to have to do this with another one. Oh, this drives me crazy. But we're going to have to use this instead. I don't want to use other, but we got to use this to make it easier. Okay. So moving on, because I have to pause and I want to be able to see it. Okay. So let's take a look at this. And again, I'm going to be muting a lot, just so you know. Just ride with me.
Comedy.
And I felt it there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, that's all they're supposed to do.
Ready, everyone?
It's to communicate.
Talking you at the bar, something's on the
It's like, no, it's actually not ever meant to be comedy. Assistant director talking here at the bar. Something's on the screen.
And can you give us a couple cues of like they score? Just so everyone else around us is having a moment.
But is it as rambunctious as it was earlier on?
No, it's never going to be because we're in slow mo. But just they're watching. People are watching games. We see some, just some hands and things like that. Yeah, thank you.
Ready, and everybody good? And playback. Background. And camera.
Okay.
I may not always love you.
Okay, so then they're doing their thing. I got to go in and out because the music as well. Just ride with me, guys, okay? Because it's gonna be they go in and out. Well, the music's on the entire time, okay? Some John Legend cover, okay? So so we're not on our marks. I think the light is behind you a little bit. So again, she's sitting there, I could see him, her looking out for the actor. Right, not only just him being the director, because you got to have he's got the director hat on and the actor hat on at the same time. But I can see her sitting there saying that to help him out because he's not watching the screen going, Justin, you lost your mark. Can we get you back on your mark really quick? Okay, perfect, and action. You see what I'm saying? So she could be helping him, or she could be just trying to take control of the actual set or the actual scene and trying to be a backseat driver to this whole thing. But let's continue on.
Never to doubt it. I'll make you about it.
They score. When I be without you, John Legend. So, of course, this is a whole scene where they're just getting, they're falling in love with each other in the scene. They're acting. They're smiling. They, of course, the director is, the assistant director is also trying to direct the background extras, all the background actors. Then she's sitting there saying, I think it would be more romantic if we dancing and talking. He's like, absolutely. I don't know. It's more romantic. He says, yeah, with the whole montage, the whole montage is us talking because it's like the moment you kiss, then you give that thing that they want to see, that they want to see. Of course, they're all waiting for that moment to, to get together. You see what I'm saying? And of course, that's in every kind of romantic-esque kind of movie. Are they going to get together? Are they going to finally kiss or not? You see what I'm saying? Because it's like the moment you kiss, you give them what they want. You give them what they want to see. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah. So that's why it almost kissing is also good. Yeah. But we're still talking. She said, I feel like this person's drinking. What?
This person's drinking. I think this person's drinking less.
What the hell?
You can butt in if you want.
Yeah.
Like, what? She's like, this person is drinking, it looks like, but you can come in here if you want to butt in, if you want to cut in. And obviously you can even see, like, I don't know about you, but I could see like the awkward. Like there's an energy here that's not, it's not an energy like, oh, they definitely bumping uglies. You know what I mean? There's something about this that just doesn't. There's a vibe here that's not. Okay, so he nuzzles on her neck. Forehead to forehead. No dialogue whatsoever. Now I honestly wish I had the edited version of this montage, because I think it was like karaoke in this scene or something like that. They're drinking, they're hanging out with her sister and her sister's husband, and they're like drinking and they're doing karaoke and all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Can we do a score? Do a couple scores? So he's constantly like his mind, okay, his mind, I'm sorry, is he's wearing 15 different hats, right? His mind is on 3,000 different things. One thing is for sure, that he's trying to get the picture. He's trying to get the shot. Okay? Like I said, to me, this is all okay. In my personal opinion, this is a small scene or a small shot, few second shot that they're going to use in a big montage. Again, it's them like singing karaoke. It's them hanging out. It's them sitting down next to each other. It's a bunch of different montages. It's a bunch of different scenes in one very short montage. And if you smash this together with every other montage like piece that they have in this montage, this is a millisecond in the montage. Real talk. It's a millisecond. So when you see something like this, it's like they got coverage. Oh, they for sure got coverage. Okay. But the extra footage is very helpful. Okay. I think right now, this could very well be exonerating our dude, Justin Baldoni, and making our girl Blake Lively look like Boo Boo the Fool right now. You never know. You never know. In fact, hold on. Let me put this in here. Putting up a poll. Okay. I just made a poll. I know a lot of y'all are like, yes, a poll. Yes. Yes. Well, there it is. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are. Okay. After seeing the footage, do you believe her or do you believe him? Which one? That's the questione.
We have no issue talking most of the time.
You know, and then of course, you know, they'll never know in slow motion because she's like, oh, if we talk, blah, 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 they'll never know what we're doing, that what we're talking about because this is in slow motion. She says, we talk me and Ryan talk all the time. And he's like, Emily and I are like, we share different moments for 10, literally we've done it for 5 minutes where they're just staring at each other, just staring. I think you find it terrifying. Actually, I'm going to roll this back so you guys can hear a little bit of their dialogue because I need you guys to see, like, even the dialogue I don't know. Something about it to me seems like it's a lot. There's a lot of pent up anger. That's how I'm seeing it. The way that they're talking to each other seems as if like, I really don't like you, but I got to be nice to you. Like he might be like, you are on my last mother loving nerve, but I have to be cool with you because we got to get this done. And you are who you are. You are Blake Lively. I'm still climbing the ranks in this game. But damn, you annoy the crap out of me. There's just certain things that are being said here that just feel, because the big nose thing, it's kind of like I feel like it's a little bit of a jab in her giving him a little bit of a jab, like, oh yeah, I finally you addressing the nose. I mean the elephant in the room. Yeah, go get it done. Take a week off. Get that nose job, come back, and we can finish this movie. Because your nose is so big. You know what I mean? It just seems like they're like, we have to be professional. I do not like working with you, but man, I cannot wait for this to be done and over with. Take a look.
They win!
Oh my gosh, we don't shut up.
And Emily and I we have these moments where
Staring, you just stare.
Literally we've done it for like 5 minutes. it's like, I think you would find it terrifying.
But you want to know something funny? She's laughing and she's doing all this stuff, but let me be real. She knows the camera's still rolling. So she has to be nice and charming. She has to be like, oh, he's saying such funny stuff. Let me cheat my face to the camera as I laugh. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You're so funny. Because we got to get this. We got to get this shot. They're really working. Because it doesn't seem like the connection's really there at all. There's no connection here. I don't see any chemistry in this at all, personally. But that's just me. But they have to be smiling because they got the camera on. And so they're like, yeah, yeah, my nose, it's big nose. We got to get the shot. We just got to be nice to each other for 5 more seconds, and scene, So something about this is obviously fake because they're acting, but there's more to this, I feel. There's definitely more to this.
Literally hear each other and like
When I
time
found a sociopath.
and like time stops.
Yeah.
But like that's just how it's been for us from the beginning.
No, we're like, oh my god, there's not enough time.
And they score again.
No.
Again.
It's like, oh my god, I forgot to tell you something else.
No, I think that's cute. You guys are really cute.
I think it's more than cute.
They won the Stanley Cup.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
She's like, correction. Our love is amazing. Don't call it cute. The hell you calling it cute for? It's more than cute. And then it's like, no, it's amazing. No. Love. I love. Love. You guys are amazing.
And then let's just do one almost like super close.
Yeah.
Can you guys frame up on the Sebastian on you? Yeah. We'll just do like our lips are right next to each other.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I think it should start talking.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Still rolling.
But if you notice, like she's sitting there going, here's my 2 cents. Here's what I got to say. I got to do this. Hey guys, no. Before you go and lean in for the, the almost kiss, it's like, no, let's talk. Cause that's romantic. While we're in the middle of talking, you see what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah. And it seems like he's being very cooperative. And honestly, on her side too, it looks like she's being cooperative as well. There may be tension there. There may be some venom underneath some of their comments, but at the same time, and some awkward moments between the dialogue that they're having. But at the same time, she hasn't said anything like, oh, back off. I'm not cool with that. Shut the F up. Nothing like that. Everything's been like, yeah, let's do that. Oh, but we can add this. Let's do that. It seems like collaborative, but it also seems like she's trying to direct the scene too. I don't know. But like I said, on both sides, it looks like they're just cooperating and doing a scene. It doesn't look like anything as of yet. We still got a minute or two before it gets into the, it smells so good. It's just the body makeup. We're not there yet. It's coming, though.
Don't give it to them. They want it. Don't give it to
They
them.
score.
Just keep restraint.
Yeah.
Score.
Just do a little bit of restraint.
Right, come on back.
You tease. But look. But if you notice, do you not notice? You know, she's like, okay, I'm gonna make you want me. All right, I'm gonna do my thing, right? Man.
And the couple by the bar walk towards us, cross. What's that? No, your name. Sorry, ponytail lady.
And then
Cross this way. Cross this way. Take your date and cross this way.
I know. And
noses.
my nose is so big.
I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that. And
Yeah.
then,
Insurance month, I mean.
Cut.
just kidding.
She would know about nose jobs, right? And how long they would take. But moving on. Didn't she get a nose done? When she got a nose done? But like I said, it seems like they're being fairly cooperative.
No, it's true. That's why we hired Jenny's late too. Our noses are.
Let's go.
Take two.
Oh, we missed some stuff.
Yeah.
They know each other better than that. She's not marrying someone she doesn't know with lots of red flags. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh, okay, there's stuff that we don't know.
All of it.
Yeah. It feels.
Take one step further, Catherine, please. Great, thank you.
Let's start on action. Let's just do everyone celebrate it. There's a game going on. On action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
People passing.
On action, it'll just be celebration. They've just scored. Ready and
Well, I'm gonna
lay back.
get your hat in there.
Lay back.
And then I'll take it off. Like I'll try to kiss you. And then
Back
take it off.
around.
Ay, 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 all of that. Yeah, you know how I like hats, how I like my hats. That's what she says. Moving on. Off the sticker. Good.
No sticker.
And they score! They score!
As long as there are stars above you. God,
Okay, so here it is. I wish it wasn't music. Come on. That's so annoying. So, am I getting beard on you today? So maybe beard was a problem before.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's
Smells good. He's just being nice, it looks like to me. It doesn't look like, oh my God, it smells so nice. I want to be on you. It doesn't seem like that to me, but let's continue.
not that. It's my body makeup.
Bye-bye. He said, I cut.
We got plenty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slow motion. It's gonna be a 17-minute reel.
See how fast it was like, okay, we got what we needed. It smells good. But it like, I don't see a problem with him saying it smells good. He's like, it smells good. His nose is down there. So that's what he's saying. Sometimes the difference between men and women sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like, he just literally said it smells good because it smells good. Like, that's it. It's not like he's like, I want to be on you. Smells good. I want to be on you. No, he's like, it smells good. My nose is down there. Well, you smell good. That's it. That's how I see it. I don't see it as like 720. Really? You had to go there. You had to go there. Stripper makeup smells good too. Really now? How do you know 720? No, I'm kidding. Teach their own. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Teach their own. To each their own. But still, it doesn't seem like that's a big deal. And then as soon as they got done, as soon as he got what he wanted, he's like, it's done. We're done. Let's move on. But there's a part 2 or there's a part 3. Okay. Yeah, Josie, I'm wondering the same thing. You know, what is Ryan Reynolds thinking right now? He might be like, I might have to divorce this woman. Maybe. Damn. Also, my other question is, what is Hollywood thinking about her and him? Let's not forget, even Justin Baldoni. Let's not forget his life, his career is in the garbage disposal right now. So I'm wondering, what are people thinking? Because you know for a fact there's still people that are looking at this video and going, oh, you can definitely see that he is trying to get in her pants. Definitely. You can see people saying that. And then there's going to be other people that are like, no, it looked completely fine. Looked like two people that were acting. Doing the doggone job. That's the way I look at it. And him saying it smells good does not mean like I said, I don't see it as a I don't see that being SH. I just don't see it. I see them both talking through the scene, maybe because it's awkward and they ain't cool with each other like that. There's a lot of awkwardness between them. So I don't see, and then they're just talking through it to get it over with. But I don't see a SH, at least in this. I want to see and understand a little bit more about these text messages, the conversations that were being had. Him showing her photos or videos of scantily clad, if not people in their birthday suits type stuff. The other allegations that were sent or that were put out here when she first came out with her lawsuit and her allegations. That's what I'd like to know, because it's very weird. Very weird. But this, to me, looks completely innocent. But let's continue, though. Now there's part 2. And her red bottom shoes and ish. Man.
Like a sure and like
Apple, take one. Emer.
very simple
Emer.
stuff, but then not the floral hours that she was badass. But there's no description.
Set and playback and background.
Oh, jeez. Now, you know for a fact that this woman did not get those shoes on no flower store budget. I'm just saying. Okay? Yeah, and I'm still wondering, can we talk about this really quick? Yeah, them butt plug shoes. What the hell? Now, let me ask you guys this really quick. Why are they shooting the shoes? Does anybody know why they're shooting the shoes? I'm just throwing it out there for everybody to talk. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, they somebody just said it. I was just reading out loud what they said. Okay. Carbonized just said butt plug shoes. Okay. All right. Whoops. But I'm curious about this. Yeah, this is actual footage. This is take 3. They did 3 different takes. And this one, coverage of the shoes? But why? Everything's up above. They're doing their faces. Why the shoes? And the other question is, to me, is like, did this shoe business sponsor some of the movie? Did Nike sponsor some of this movie? Hence the reason why they need to take a shot of the shoes. Because you know for a fact everyone's going, ooh, I love those dunks. Love what Justin's wearing. Gotta get those shoes. Just another perfectionist said, Pascal, she was making a big deal about people giving her clothes and shoes to wear, wearing her own pieces in it, and Ryan's. See, but that's the thing. Like I said, guys, I'm asking you guys a question. It's more rhetorical than anything, but I'm saying, why do you think that they shot the shoes? And specifically, I feel like she's like, the girls are going to love this part. They want to see the shoes. This is not Sex in the City, guys. Okay? This is not Sex in the City. And just like that, it's not that. It's not. So I'm wondering, was this her direction? We need to shoot some of the shoes. Look at these shoes. They're fire. I don't know. Something weird about it, but we're going to continue. I don't know if there's any dialogue in this. I don't remember it, but it's so odd. Let me show off the shoes. Got to get that money shot. What money shot is this, though? The f is this? They're just going through the whole song. Come on now. No word. Okay. Looks like his hands are in a very respectful way, respectful places. It's not like he's doing anything weird or out of place.
Lively special, everybody.
Hold on.
God, we're good. Blake Lively special, everybody.
Blake Lively special. Blake Lively special, everybody. So in other words, she was like, hey, I need you to shoot these shoes. These shoes need to be seen. Can we just take a quick coverage of my shoes? Because, you know, when I think of DV, movies that depict DV, I'm also wondering what shoes she's wearing. Just saying. That don't make any sense to me. Yeah, Justin didn't want to, I'm sure Justin didn't want to shoot that. Because he's like, it's not about the shoes. It's not about the shoes. See, here's the thing, okay? If these allegations are to be true, if these allegations are really real, then Justin has a lot of explaining to do. The footage doesn't show anything, in my personal opinion, of him stepping out of line or doing anything wrong. One thing it does exonerate is the allegation that she said, oh yeah, he was putting his nuzzling his head in my neck and saying how good I smell. Looking at it with context, it does not look that bad. It looks like he was in a scene. They were shooting some footage. He was being polite. I think it was fine. The whole thing the entire time did not give off the vibe of, I want to be on you. I want to, I want us to run away and be together. Let's divorce our significant others and go live in Bali. I didn't see any of that. I really didn't see that. Okay. I see two people that have two completely different visions of the movie. That's what I see. I see two people with completely different visions of this movie. She feels some type of way and feels like she should have more say in this movie because she's Blake Lively. And you got Justin Baldoni, who, not sitting here saying that he's a nobody. He's not. He's directed another movie before this and all that. But at the same time, he's not as big of a name as Blake Lively. Let's be real on that. Okay. But it's still his job to direct the doggone movie. And he should have been respected. He should have been respected as such. But that wasn't the case. See, this is the thing too. Like, I get it. There's going to be differences of opinion, differences of artistic expression, perspective on a particular movie or a particular script. But if two people have two completely different versions, I could see there being tension. But at the end of the day, it depends on what the contract says. If the contract says Justin Baldoni, director and actor in this movie, then it is that way. I mean, if his vision is one way, or he's listening to the higher ups, he's listening to upstairs, and upstairs is basically saying, hey, we need you to be fully, you need to listen to us, and this movie has to go this way. We tested out some of the footage to an audience, and we checked it out. They didn't like this. We need to change certain things. He has to listen to the house, to the money that's financing the movie as well. It's not only just Blake Lively's take. It's also a bunch of people above him and right next to him that are telling him, hey, this needs to be taken care of. That needs to be taken care of. So at the end of the day, this is his movie. Or this was his movie. And it should have been respected. But at the same time, we still do not know what is true and what is not true. That's the only issue. What's true and what is false. That is the ongoing fight right now. Who's telling the truth and who isn't? This definitely, in my personal opinion, shows a new side to things, but it's only one scene and it's only one day. And God knows how long this movie took to make. God knows how long this movie took to make. And there's plenty of other days, I'm sure. They just need to put out all the dailies, meaning all the footage of every single take of every single day. Because I guarantee you there's footage in there that shows either Justin being irate, being hard to deal with, hard to work with, or vice versa. Same thing with Blake. The other thing, too, is I keep wondering, and this is all with all due respect, because of how they made it seem so far that how she wanted to approach this movie. Okay. Did she even read the book? Because if you're reading the book and then you read the script and you're still going, I still want to come to this kind of like a rom-com. That's wrong. At least what they're saying out here in these allegations. Oh, she wants it to be funny. She wants this to be, a little bit more comedic. If you've never even read the book before you even read the script, or read the script, then read the book so that you get a better understanding of what kind of subject matter you're tackling in this movie, then you shouldn't really have any say in how this movie should be done, in my personal opinion. Now, with everything else that's being said so far about Justin Baldoni and what he has done, I mean, that's still on the table. There's no definitive answer, just because this is just one day. This is just one moment in time. There's a lot of things, I'm sure, that have happened. There's a lot of interactions, phone conversations, etc., text messages, interactions with Ryan Reynolds in their own private domicile that have never been caught on film, that we can only rely on what witnesses have seen themselves. And I guess the only thing we can do is sit back and wait to see if they're actually going to expose more of the truth. But again, when you see this video, what say you? To me, sure. It shows that he's innocent on this. I don't see any problem with him going, oh, it smells so good. Or he doesn't even say so good. He says it smells good. And then he moves on. It's not stop the world. How dare he say whatever provocative thing that came out of his mouth? He never said anything provocative. So that's the hard part about it. Now, the other thing, though, too, is there's other people here out there that worked with her that are even allegedly speaking out on her behalf, saying that Justin Baldoni was, a jerk off too. And the only pushback I have is, who are they really listening to? Are they really listening to someone who's telling you the truth? Or did they witness this with their own two eyes? That's the other thing I'm kind of curious about as well. Okay. That is something else I am very, very curious about. But again, something just is odd about this. I'm ending this poll though. And yeah. 86% of you believe that Blake Lively is lying. Diggity damn. That is crazy. Now, what's interesting about this is that since that video came out, since that footage came out, of course, a lot of people are like, oh, snap. Now Blake Lively got a whole lot of explaining to do. Well, guess what? She speaks out. She even said something later on yesterday, and she had some things to say. What'd she say? She said it's him victimizing her. Yeah. She now sitting here saying, hey, no, you got it all wrong. You are seeing point blank of him victimizing me. That footage is her getting victimized, by the way, guys. Let me repeat that again. Okay? You got to be kidding me with this nonsense. So now she's saying that the footage that we just watched, she's like, you guys are looking at, you're seeing it wrong. You're seeing it in the wrong angle. It's all wrong. Okay? So let's take a look at this. All right? So Blake Lively is thrilled that Justin Baldoni decided to release unedited footage from It Ends With Us because she says it only proves her point that she was visibly uncomfortable with Baldoni's advances during the scene. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Yes, it's definitely like they look wooden as hell. They look like they're not having a good time, but it's both of them. Both of them. It's not just her. It's both of them, guys. It's both of them. It doesn't matter what side you stand on. You can definitely see that. There's no argument there. There's no argument there at all. Come on, guys. This is ridiculous. Now she's sitting there going, no. You can see clear as day that I'm uncomfortable. Blake's legal team tells TMZ Justin Baldoni and his lawyer may hope that this latest stunt will get ahead of the damaging evidence against him, but the video itself is damning. Every frame of the released footage corroborates to the letter what Miss Lively described in paragraph 48 of her complaint. They continue. The video shows Mr. Baldoni repeatedly leaning in toward Miss Lively, attempting to kiss her, kissing her forehead, rubbing her face and mouth against her cheek, flicking her lip with his thumb, which we saw. This is all stuff that we saw. Caressing her, telling her how good she smells, and talking with her out of character. While it might seem like they were merely actors acting out a scene that's supposed to depict them falling in love, Blake's team points out one of the intimacy was discussed. Points out none of the intimacy, was discussed or choreographed. As they put, every moment of this was improvised by Mr. Baldoni with no discussion or consent in advance and no intimacy coordinator present. Mr. Baldoni was not only Miss Lively's co-star, but the director, the head of the studio, and Miss Lively's boss. So are you kidding me? So now, okay, but then, okay. And this is the reason why I wanted to be able to bring in or have some sort of person that is an intimacy coordinator on the show, because I'm very curious about her saying I needed a intimacy coordinator for this little scene when they don't even kiss. There is just a little bit of falling in love. That's all it is. It's them falling in love. It's images of them falling in love. It's a little montage of them falling in love. And if you notice, every time, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? She's in agreement. She's in agreement with him. She's saying, yes, let's do that. Oh, no. Let's talk like this, and then we can do a little bit of this. Yeah, let's talk and then get into it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Where's the wrong? Where's the wrong in it? So now you need an intimacy coordinator for a slow dancing scene where they're falling in love with each other. Now, also, Totski just said, hopefully I'm saying that right, what's up, said she refused to meet with an intimacy coordinator. That's insane. If that's true, that's insane. Like I said, we're going to have to do a deep dive into the lawsuits because both of them are very long, for crying out loud. But she's basically saying like that every moment of this was improvised by Mr. Baldoni with no discussion or consent in advance and no intimacy coordinator present. So they were like, hey, let's just get this really quick scene. And now they're looking at this and going, no. Because you didn't have the intimacy coordinator there, because you didn't have this, and this, and because this whole thing was improvised, that's SH. See, this is the reason why I get scared and worried about Hollywood movies now, because it can potentially get very messy for every single person in every movie. If you guys don't get along, because there's been plenty of movies where you've seen movies, okay? You've seen plenty of movies where you've seen actors act in those movies, and then later on you find out like, I don't know, you find out like Channing Tatum and Brad Pitt hated each other in this particular movie. They couldn't stand each other, but they were acting as like they were best of friends in the entire movie. All I'm saying is that's ridiculous. Okay? That's absolutely ridiculous. All right? So again, and it's surprising. You're like, damn, they don't get along. Wow, they did it so well. The editing was very good. Or it's two people falling in love with each other, in a movie. Like them, for example, couldn't stand each other, couldn't even stand being in the same room with each other for 5 seconds, except when there was action and cut. That's the only longest that they'd ever be in a room together. Action and cut. As soon as it's over, one person is over here, another person is over there, and then they walk away with billions of dollars. But that's part of the game sometimes, right? So again, it's crazy. And I could see this being very dangerous for any movie that has any kind of romance in it. Or, those movies that are very provocative, that are very sexual in nature. I could see this being a nightmare now. Goodbye are the days of Basic Instinct and Showgirls. I'm just being real. Think about that. Okay? Think about that. It's going to be crazy. Because if it continues down this route, there's going to be so many lawsuits after movies are done. Like I said, there's going to be so many. It's going to be bad, y'all. I could see this being a potentially disastrous for movies in the future. Okay? Blake leaning away from Justin in the scene was not acting according to her lawyers. What? They say the video shows Miss Lively leaning away and repeatedly asking for the characters to just talk. Any woman who has been inappropriately touched in the workplace will recognize Miss Lively's discomfort. They will recognize her attempts at levity to try to deflect at the unwanted touching. No woman should have to take defensive measures to avoid being touched by their employer without their consent. Wow, this is knocking forts. As we reported, Justin's team released nearly 10 minutes of raw footage, but they believed it proved he did not SH Blake during the scene. It does not look like that to me at all. It really does not. Yeah, no kidding, Emily. It's like, hello, AI. We don't need no actors no more at all. Now everyone's going to be glorified voiceover actors. Okay? That's all it's going to be. Voiceover actors. Everything's going to be AI. Robots just grinding gears, if you get what I'm saying. Just grinding gears. Man, a lot of, just terrible. Carbonized, thank you so much. Pascal, Blake never even signed her contract. Jesus. So what the hell is she talking about? See, this is very messy. This is very unnecessarily messy. Then there's apparently a new update. Hold on. I gotta see this for myself. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Wow. So there's more. There's more. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds put out a gag order. Say what? Okay, hold on. This is... Can we cancel Ryan too? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Please. We're not going to do that. That would be very bad. No, I mean, again, I'm kind of curious about Ryan and why he is what's going on. Is he doing it to protect his wifey, or is he doing it because he's just as nasty as she? I'm kind of curious about that too. Okay. But damn, a new one. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds want a judge to gag Justin Baldoni's lawyer, claiming he's making false statements about the case. The megastars filed a letter in court yesterday, and in it, they asked the court to issue a protective order to stop Baldoni's lawyers. Oh, I already know why. I know why. We're going to talk about it here in a second, but damn. Diggity damn, they're like, shut up. So, of course, Brian Friedman is Justin Baldoni's lawyer, okay? They are saying now they're trying to stop them from engaging in improper conduct, including going on an alleged harassing and retaliatory media campaign against Blake and Ryan. They say he's violating court rules that stop a lawyer from making statements to the press that are irrelevant to a case and might prejudice the jury. So in it, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds specifically mention the release of unedited footage from It Ends With Us filming, which Blake's team claims corroborates to the letter what Miss Lively described in her initial complaint back in December. Remember, Lively accused Baldoni of SH and engaging in a coordinated effort to destroy her reputation. Baldoni has since filed his own $400 million lawsuit against Lively, accusing her of defamation, civil extortion, and other allegations. Baldoni's team released the behind-the-scenes footage from the movie to prove he never made harassing comments, while Blake's team pushed back and said Baldoni never discussed or choreographed the intimacy here, and it made her uncomfortable. Brian Friedman, the lawyer, has been outspoken since taking Justin on as a client, including stopping by TMZ Live to discuss the case in a wide-ranging interview earlier this month about this smear campaigns in Hollywood. Sources connected to JB tell TMZ they believe it's grossly unfair to impose a gag order after Justin has been defamed by the New York Times in an article that they say has cost him 3 jobs and hundreds of millions of dollars. All Justin wants to do, the source says, is release the videos and text messages to prove the allegations are false. The source adds it is quote unquote unbelievable that Blake Lively would go on a takedown campaign against Justin and then immediately turn around and say she wants a gag order so that Justin can't defend himself. Look at that. Make that make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Okay? Wow. I want you to shut up. You can't say nothing. You want to know why? You want to know why they're worried? You want to know why they're trying to get his lawyer and Justin to shut the hell up? You want to know why? The reason why is this. The lawyer, Justin Baldoni's lawyer, has said that he is going to release all of the text messages that have been between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. All of them. He's going to put them on a website. He's going to put them all out. Every last bit of correspondence that Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively has ever had is going to be exposed by Justin Baldoni's lawyer. This is the reason why. I guarantee you, this is the reason why Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are trying to do everything they can to shut up the lawyer and Justin Baldoni. It's not only just because of the footage. It's because of what else they could have. They could possibly have. And let's not forget, if Blake Lively is lying, that could possibly be exposed in the text messages and emails and any type of correspondence that Justin Baldoni had with Blake Lively. Oh, and also, let's not forget, also Ryan Reynolds. Because if Ryan Reynolds has anything to do with any of it, if he really berated him in front of other people, all that stuff, all those things could be exposed by witnesses and then some. Again, this is crazy. And also, they're right. That last piece that they said right there, which I'm going to read that one more time because it doesn't make sense. Okay. It's unbelievable that Blake Lively would go on a takedown campaign against Justin, then immediately turn around and say she wants a gag order so that Justin can't defend himself. Ooh, so she only gets a chance to say what she needs to say, but he can't defend himself? He can't even retaliate? That's ridiculous. What's up? To me, it sounds like they got something to hide, and they might be a little nervous about saying about that stuff getting exposed. So now I am quite curious, and I'm very interested to see what Justin Baldoni's lawyer has and what Justin Baldoni has up their sleeve as well. Hold on. I want to show you guys proof positive. I just want to show you. I could have sworn I thought I had it. Hold on. I mean, show. That's from 2 weeks ago, but sorry guys, one second. Well, you know what? I'll just play this for a second.
This is between former co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
Yeah, their film, It Ends With Us, made more than $350 million worldwide. But the actors say behind the scenes, there was anything but movie magic. And now Baldoni's attorney speaking out about his client's allegations.
He sat down exclusively with NBC's Liz Kreutz, who joins us now. Liz, what's he saying?
Hey, guys.
It's like, chick, let's just play the footage. What's he saying? We about to watch it, girl. Damn. Let me just skip through all this.
Times will not be the last lawsuit in his client's legal battle with co-star Blake Lively.
And by the way, don't worry, I'm gonna look at this here very, very soon. Okay. This whole thing. Okay. The lawsuits and everything. We're gonna deep dive into it for sure. All right. But this is insane.
Do you plan to sue Blake Lively?
Absolutely.
You will?
Right.
Yes.
And
so that's, by the way, this is 2 weeks old, just so you know. But he said he's going to be releasing text messages for the world to see. And there's another article that came out yesterday that said the same thing, that echoed the same thing, that they were like, yo, we are going to be dropping some stuff. We're going to drop it like it's hot on a website, and everybody and their mom are going to see exactly how they were talking with each other and how everything went down. But let's continue.
what will you allege in that suit?
Well, we're working on it now.
Brian Friedman firing back at Lively's bombshell lawsuit, alleging she was subjected to sexually inappropriate behavior on the set of the film It Ends With Us, which Baldoni also directed.
Promise me.
In the more than 90-page federal complaint against Baldoni, his production company, and the PR team they hired, Lively says she was the target of a social media smear campaign, retaliation for speaking out about what she calls a hostile environment on set.
See some of that footage? That's the montage stuff that was some of the footage that they used in the montage that they were shooting that we saw, right? Some of that raw footage that we saw. But yeah, like now she's saying a hostile environment. Yeah, I'm very, like I said, I'm on nobody's team right now. I'm on nobody's team, but I got a lot of questions.
Baldoni's lawyer denying those allegations.
Was there a coordinated smear campaign to bring down Blake Lively?
100% no. Justin Baldoni from the get-go said, I don't want to do anything negative toward her. I don't want to hurt her.
The New York Times was the first to report on a separate civil rights complaint Lively filed,
Crazy.
which included text messages and emails between PR experts that allegedly suggest she was the target of a smear campaign.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at this lawsuit here very, very soon, both of them. But like I said, one's 93 pages long, okay? And another one's like 180 pages or something crazy like that. So yeah, it's just a lot of paperwork. But we gonna get through them. We gonna look at them for sure, because this is a wild one. And I keep wondering if maybe she is, maybe she is just so egotistical that I don't know. I don't know. This one I feel like I feel like there's going to be a lot of gray area with this one. I really do. Where it's going to be like, Justin didn't need to do that, but then she really didn't need to do that too. You feel me? That's kind of what I'm just feeling in my bones. But let's continue, guys. Oh, and some of you guys were saying you guys like this. Let me just say this really quick. Some of you guys were saying that you like this thing, okay? Shameless plug, but go check out PascalMerch.com, okay? Go check out Pascal Merch. I made this. Shoot. I made this. Okay? Boom. Me. Did it. That sounded weird. But yeah. Okay? So, somebody said, look, Lois. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Looks nice. I know what you meant. But yes, go to PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff. Stuff like this. Go check it out. I'm sure you're going to love it. Okay? Like I said, made by me. Okay? Made by your man. Let me get this too. Carbonize, thank you so much. We all know they're just trying to stop the true Lulu to maintain the Lulu, especially after this clip was released. Oh no, the truth. Yeah, they want that. See, but that's the thing. They're like, no, shut up. Oh no, this is out. No, shut up now. Shut up. And it's like, wow, you're really trying to get everybody. You're really trying to get us this. Because to me, it looks like, damn, now you got us looking really bad. Shut up. Stop talking. Shh. That's the problem here. Don't you see it? It's not good. It's no bueno. It's no bueno with them going, oh, now we got to put a gag order on them? Why? So you're only allowed to say your side of things, but he's not. He's got information. He's got things that can expose and give more light, shed more light on his narrative and his argument. And now you're trying to get him to shut up now? Because the court of public opinion's seeing stuff, and they're seeing it with their own two eyes, and they're seeing like, oh, no, this is not good. This does not look good for you, Blake. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Grateful Glow, thank you so much. This is what happens when people get too big for their britches. Blake's bombshell lawsuit is going to be the death of her career. Possibly Ryan's too. I know this could be a double whammy. Double whammy. I'm really scared about that too, because I like Ryan Reynolds in movies. I do. I like his movies. Okay. I like his movies. Not all of them, obviously, but there's some movies that are just hilarious. Okay. Like Just Friends. That's a great Christmas movie. Sorry. Just Friends. If you haven't seen Just Friends, you just got to see it. It's ridiculous, but a great movie. And I'm like, damn, I liked him in that movie. I thought that was a great movie. Now we're like, damn. You know what I mean? Oh, well, it is what it is. If you're an a-hole, you're an a-hole. Expose it all.
In response, Baldoni and 9 other plaintiffs are suing the paper for $250 million, alleging the article relied on Lively's self-serving narrative, contending a number of those messages were taken out of context or excluded. Among the claims being disputed, Lively's allegation that Baldoni would enter her trailer uninvited while she was undressed, including when she was breastfeeding.
I'm sorry. While the mammary was out? The hell? Wow. Okay, then. All right, then. He would just barge in.
She was breastfeeding. A text exchange in Baldoni's lawsuit appears to show Lively inviting Baldoni to go over lines in her trailer while pumping.
Oh, we're going to go through this paperwork. We are going to go through this paperwork. But oh my golly. So she's saying, I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to come, work on some lines. No big deal. Just in here pumping. We all know that's you all know what I'm talking about. Come on. But you got to be kidding me. Come on in. It's no big deal. I'll just throw a hoodie over it or throw a towel over it, right? And she just, you know what I mean? I love you too. In the back. Sorry. Oh, God. Okay. Breast milk.
Trailer while pumping.
Justin Baldoni has built his brand and is known for supporting women, believing women. So why in this case should people not believe Blake Lively?
I'm not asking anyone to not believe anyone. I am more than willing to take every single text message that exists out there, lay them out, put them on a website for the world to see, have them see the truth and determine the truth for themselves.
You just heard it from him right there. I was waiting for that moment, okay? He said just yesterday, there was a new article, a new statement. They're like, we about to put this whole thing out here. We about to expose it all the text messages, not only just the samples the examples that they put into the lawsuit. They said, we are going to put them all out there. So you see it all from the very beginning to the very end, so that everyone sees exactly how he was speaking to her in these text messages and all that. But let me just tell you this though, too. Let me just be really, really real with you guys, really, really, really quick. This does not mean innocence. Hold on. This does not mean innocence for Justin Baldoni. Oh, no. Just because there's text messages that are exposing maybe some of the things that are being stated in the lawsuit does not automatically confirm how they were in person. He could be completely different in person. They're all having a conversation on text messages, but then as soon as he sees her in person, he's a monster. You never know. Now, obviously, there's things that are being seen in the footage that we just saw in, the taping of the movie. Then on top of it, so far the text messages that we've seen in these lawsuits totally show something completely different. They don't show him being a jerk off. It doesn't. But like I said, that's heavy proof. That's heavy evidence. But there's also still moments that we still do not know. I don't know if we ever will see those pieces of evidence, because it's all hearsay. It's all he said, she said, or she said, he said in these situations, that are going to be moments that are only seen either between the two of them or it's information and moments that were seen by other witnesses. So they're going to have to wait. Okay? They're going to have to wait on truth from witnesses that saw things too. That actually saw things, not just people taking sides like this is some high school drama and they're just taking sides because they heard it from her or only heard it from him. These are going to be people, those witnesses are going to be huge because they saw everything go down. Yeah, I was there when he showed her that video of a naked girl. No. I was there when he came on to her and, tried to take her out to dinner. Those things are important. Those are massively important. This other stuff, the text messages, yeah, they're damning. They're very damning. They are definitely revealing as hell. But let's not forget the private moments that they had that weren't on text messages, that weren't caught on film. Those are the things that are going to be where we're going to have to sit there and rely on witnesses or possible other evidence showing them being truthful. That's the only thing that sucks about this. Like I said, we'll see how things go. But again, the footage that's been out here, damning, in my personal opinion. I don't see him doing any wrong. And for a fact that I'm one who stands on the side of people who are, for those victims, for those people who are fighting, those people who are survivors, etc. I stand for those people. But there's also people who are survivors of false allegations as well. And in this particular situation, it looks like potential false allegations that are getting completely exaggerated into something worse. That's now destroying a man's career, a potentially, possibly innocent man's career. All because he's a man and she's a woman? Because she's a bigger name than him? Let's not forget that too. Suddenly he's getting thrown under the bus because they had creative differences. If that's really all it was. It's ridiculous and sad and scary all at the same time. So on Popcorn Planet, what's up? Shout out to Popcorn Planet. Lawyer Christopher Melcher, and shout out to Christopher Melcher, he's great, said Blake started this and publicized this entire situation and started this game. In California, the rules of conduct says if you start a PR game, it's fair game. Oh, damn. Oh, damn indeed. Okay. But again, this is very, very interesting. Now, will a judge grant a gag order? I don't know. I just don't know. Because here's the thing. They'd have to have grounds, solid grounds on why to have a gag order in place. That's it. And it's only because they have a problem with him exposing the truth to the court of public opinion. I don't see a judge going, yep, hear ye. I don't see it. I don't see them ruling in favor. I just don't see that. Again, if he has smoking gun evidence and it exonerates him, let the man exonerate himself. Come on, y'all. Real talk. Let him exonerate himself. Let's be real. This is his life, his career. Everything's on the line. All because a huge name she has a name, but she also has a very powerful husband as well. Let's not forget. Ryan Reynolds' name is more powerful now than ever before. Why? Because of that movie he just made. It made crazy money, y'all. Crazy money. It did so well. That movie did so well. He's a star. He's got the power. He's got a name out there. He is that guy right now, or at least one of the guys. So at the end of the day, you got Ryan Reynolds backing you up too. It's bad. At least in the court of public opinion, in these streets, it's bad. So yeah, I say, Justin Baldoni, if you got that evidence, if you got that stuff that can get you out from under this rock that they just basically threw on top of you, get out of it as fast as you can. That's what I say. And of course, I will say this too. Get out the information. Get out all that information before the gag order drops. If they use the gag order, get it out, all that information. Just expose it all now before that lawyer or that judge says, yes, we're enacting a gag order. I'm just saying, get it out so everybody can see it and get the truth, because this is your livelihood now. This is your life on the line. F that. So that's crazy, guys. But what say you guys? What are your thoughts? Do you think do you think this is the truth? Do you think he's full of ish? What are your thoughts? To me, I mean, that's just one video. But I'm very interested to see what else is out there as far as the text messages and all that. But if she did not sign any contracts, she didn't do any of those things, then, a lot of this is on her too. This is crazy. Like I said, this is like every guy's worst nightmare, especially if you're working with somebody that you do not like, especially if you're working with somebody that you do not get along with. This is the nightmare that a lot of guys get worried about. And I'm just talking about the fellas. We talking about the fellas, okay? I just think it's interesting. And it can be very, very, it sucks. Because a lot of times the guy turns into the bad guy solely because, I'm sorry, and of course, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's all about the dudes, just, protect the man. No. Hold on. But in this perspective, a lot of times guys get thrown under the bus solely because they're the guy. Okay? Instantly they go into the doghouse. That does happen. That definitely does happen. So yeah, she's a bad guy. Yeah. It's looking that way. It's definitely looking that way. But guys, that's the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, soon. There's plenty of those stories. We know a lot. There's a lot of people that know that story. A lot. And we've seen it in real time every day. It's crazy. But we'll find out more and more as the time goes on. We'll be talking about more of this. Trust and believe. We're going to get into it. We're going to do that. But do me a favor, hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. If you are watching on those other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, please be sure to hit that follow button. Subscribe here on my main channel. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there, please, and thank you. All right. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Set it to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because a lot of times it's random or it's breaking news. Okay. And of course, hit that join button down below. Become a member. Check out my Patreon. Check out my locals. And of course, check out PascalMerch.com. Okay. We got some really great stuff over there, y'all. So go check it out. I guarantee you'll find something you'll love over there. All right, guys. It is time to get going. Keep your head up. Stay warm out there for those of y'all who are freezing, because I see that it snowed everywhere, which is crazy. So stay warm out there. Drive carefully. And I'll be talking to you guys very, very soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.